All right, good morning, church. Good morning. I feel so privileged to come here today. I feel so privileged to come here today. Before I start speaking, I just want to already apologize to Mrs. Lusbeth. I apologize openly. She had told me about this months ago. And, right off the bat, I said, oh no, I'm in college during this time, I'm working, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. But I said, I'll let you know. And she was so patient, a few months later, she's like, so Nick, are you going to speak? I'm just like, I don't know. And then finally it was to the point where it's like, Nick, you need to tell me right now if you're going to speak or not. And I was freaking out. I'm like, oh no, I haven't prepared anything. I'm so behind this, terrible. But she's been so patient with me. And she was like, don't worry, Nick, it's totally fine. I literally told her yes maybe like a week ago. So no, not even like a few days ago, honestly. So I'm truly grateful for her being so patient with me. But before I begin speaking today, I just want to very quickly talk about how God's impacted my life so far. And the whole title of my sermon and all of this is I am yours. And I felt super, I had the sermon kind of prepared, right? But, not even gonna lie, last night, I felt as if what I was going to speak about wasn't really what God wanted me to speak about, you know what I mean? Last night I was sitting there, my parents had actually come up from my hometown, they came to my apartment where I'm staying at, and I just found myself erasing everything I had planned prior, kind of starting from scratch. And when I sat there, I realized, man, what I have now is really awesome. I mean, I haven't started yet, but let me tell you, I promise you, you're going to leave here today blessed. You're going to leave here feeling so incredibly passionate and on fire for God that you won't be able to do anything for the rest of the day. You will just be thinking nothing but God. The Bible verse that we use for open scripture, the version that I personally like, is much condensed, very straight to the point, very, I guess, youth style version. And it goes, I have made you. I will carry you. I will sustain you. And I will rescue you. Isaiah 46:4. That's personally my favorite Bible verse, the whole Bible. I chose that to be the scripture reading for today. Because the world we live in, guys, I think we all need some rescue. I think we're all in need of a Savior, aren't we? Have you ever looked in the mirror and kind of wondered, who am I? Have you ever wondered, what is my purpose here on earth? Like, why am I here? Why did God take the time to make me, to create me, to put this personality in me? What is my purpose? Why am I alive? My entire life, I questioned why did God save me as a baby. Mrs. Lusbeth touched it during the introduction. I was born 2 months premature. And because of that, I had a series of health problems in the early part of my life. I've been in and out of the hospital the first 6 months of my life, consistently. I, of course, don't know anything about that, because I was just born at the time, but from what my parents had told me, it was a very dire situation. By the glory and grace of God to see me. But because of this, I kind of, I guess, not aged slower, but I kind of matured slower. Like, most people go through like puberty when they're like 13 and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't have any facial hair until like 17 years old. I mean, it was really bad. And having all these things, they kind of plagued me in my life growing up. And I kind of want to touch on them a little bit. Touch on how basically all my life I questioned my self-worth. Today's whole point is to throw away the whole question of self-worth and to realize that it doesn't matter who you are here, it matters that you are God's. I want each of you to tell yourselves that I am yours. Back in 6th grade, I started going to Walker Academy, the Adventist high school that Ms. Elizabeth was talking about that her sons had gone to. And I was very short. Honestly, I'm not very sure I was like this big in 6th grade. I was 11 years old, first time ever being in private school, and I was really chubby too. So just imagine a little kid this big and like this big. I'm not even playing it. And I was very innocent, very naive, very simple-minded. I mean, my life, literally, I woke up, went to school, went home, watched cartoons, played with Legos, and then kind of went to bed. I mean, I didn't know much about the world. But I did know one thing. I liked this girl in my class. Now, I'm going to keep all names anonymous just because maybe some people know some of these people. But exactly, and it's being recorded too, so all these names are going to be anonymous. But actually, it was one girl. I swear to you, she was the most beautiful creature I've ever met. But then, I'm in 6th grade, 11 years old, first day of class, and I see her, I'm like, oh, she is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm like, I'm going to talk to her, So I remember walking up to her, and I just looked at her. She was much taller than me, of course, so I kind of looked up like, and I just froze, and she kind of looked at me like, what is this kid, and I kind of like walked away, and when I walked into the classroom the first time, another girl stood up and said, excuse me, the second grade classroom is that way. And they put it aside, and I was with my little Bible, first day I'm out of here. I'm like, yeah, this is the best day ever, and until someone later told me, she's like, they were being kind of like mean to you. I'm like, I don't remember this. But anyway, right? I started receiving these secret love letters. And my little cubbies, we little cubbies where you put your homework in, I went to mine, I saw a little paper, and I opened it up and said, Nick, I like you, you're super cute. And that blew my mind. No girl had ever liked me in my life, I was just always cute little Nick, so for a girl to like me, oh my goodness. Right, so I was super excited. I was like, oh, I wrote right back, so I wrote back, I'm like, ooh, who are you? Let's meet up. I put in my cubby, and I went back to do my work, and like, an hour or two later, I found a new note. Now that I look back on it, you'd assume I would know that since no one was coming in and out of the classroom, my secret admirer would have to be in the class. No one had left or came in the classroom, so of course my secret admirer was someone in my class. But I didn't realize that. I'm like, oh, what grade are you in? Were you in high school? Are you a ninth grader? A ninth grader likes me? So we changed those back and forth for a while until one day I received a really special note. That one had a little lipstick kiss mark on it, and I was freaking out. I'm like, oh, did you want to kiss me? Oh, yo, I'm serious. You had no idea. My little 11-year-old brain was being mind blown right now. I have never been so excited in my life. And I remember telling my mom, because she used to work at Walker, and I went to her classroom. I didn't even go to lunch. I just left the classroom, ran to her shoulder. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have a girlfriend right now. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I explained to her the whole situation. And now I look back on it, I could tell how hesitant she was because she knew way more than I did. Right, but anyway. As the few weeks went by, I was like, please tell me who you are. I need to know who you are. I need to know my girlfriend. Oh my gosh. And then, two girls who will remain anonymous came up to me with a shoebox full of all the notes I had wrote to her. They opened it up, and I was sitting at my desk, and I forget this. I looked up and I said, hey, dump the notes in front of me. And they said, oh yeah, nobody likes you. We're just kidding around. And I remember looking like, what? What are you talking about? And oh my gosh. I tried to play Quote Me Outside. And I remember playing, well, I don't remember crying or anything. I remember going to my mom's car, freaking out. I was bawling. I was like, Mom, I thought a girl liked me, they don't like me, kind of thing. And that was the first time I questioned myself. That was honestly the first time I can ever remember really questioning, like, man, who am I? Why am I here? What purpose do I serve? Obviously, no one likes me. So we're going to fast forward a year. This is my 7th grade year. And keep in mind, we're going to go year by year. And I don't want to make it sound as if my life was miserable, because it really wasn't. There was full of blessings. But for the sake of this sermon, we'll just assume that my high school years were really rough. Right? So a 7th grade year came, and we had these things called banquets. We didn't have any proms or dances, because 7th Adventists, I guess, no dancing, right? So we had banquets, everyone get together, you ask a girl on a day, you all sit at the table, it was awesome, And 7th graders was the first year you can attend this banquet. So I forget, there was another, completely different girl. Actually, no, same girl that dumped the notes, and I kind of forgot. I like to forget, right? Because she was so pretty. I was just like, all right, I'm going to ask her to the banquet. She's going to say yes, because we had become kind of good friends, after the whole secret love letters incident. I remember first day of school came, I'll never forget this. I wrote on a little piece of paper in Sharpie on like a ripped notebook paper, because she was about to go home, and I'm like, if I don't ask her now, someone else will ask her during the week and I'll lose my chance. So I wrote really crudely, will you go to bed with me, Nick Garcia, yes or no? It's only on Monday, and I pulled it up, I gave it to her, and Monday came, she said yes. And I was so excited, I'm like, no way, yes. She's like, yeah, I'm going to bed with you, it'll be fun, I was so excited. I mean, this is the first date, because it's an official date, right? And maybe she didn't like me, but I had a date to somebody. Little Nick is finally grown up, big Nick, even though I was only so short and rather chubby. Anyway, oh my gosh. The next week, she comes to me, she's like, oh yeah, Nick, I can't go to the banquet with you, I'm sorry. I was like, why? What did I do? We're having so much fun. And she's like, I'm sorry, this and that. And I'm like, oh, okay. At least she told me now I have more time to ask someone else. The next day, this is going to sound all like I'm making it up, but I swear this The next day she comes to me, she's like, Nick, guess what? I can go to the bank with you again. And my face lit up. I was like, yes, you're going to the bank with me. I'm so excited. Let's go. We're going to match. I'll get you a little corsage, and I'll wear a nice tie, all this fancy stuff. The next day she comes to me and says, Nick, I can't go with you. And at this point, I'm just like, what is going on here, But I try to ignore it. I'm like, maybe she'll come back to me and say she can go with me again. And she did exactly that. I swear this happened 3 or 4 times, back and forth, yes or no. And at one point, I'm so confused. I'm just like, why are you doing this to me, kind of thing? And finally, she said, the last time we were going together, right? This is probably the 4th or 5th time. She's like, Nick, we're going to go together. About a week or 2 before the banquet, she's like, Nick, I know I've been saying this yes and no for months now, but I'm actually going to go with this person. I'll keep his name anonymous too. I'm going to go with this person instead. And I was just like, no. 2-3 weeks before the banquet, can you tell me that's now? But the story gets where it's going. I went to the banquet still, of course, because I was a part of the SA Association who set up for the banquet and stuff. I sat at the same table with that girl and her date. So that was so much fun, I tried my best not to be awkward about it. I don't think I was, I was talking to everybody, we're having a good time, but deep down inside, I was crying like a baby. I'm like, this is terrible. Fast forward to 8th grade. We had a new girl in our class, right? And typical thing, if the new girl's cute, all the guys are gonna like her no matter what, right? And I grew maybe half an inch in between 6 and 8 years. I was a little taller, so I got to my head a little bit. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm like 5'1" now, 5'2". Let's go, I'm ready. And I want to say I slimmed down, but I actually got a little chubbier too. But in my mind, that made me stronger. I was manlier, so I was hyped, I was ready. And I'm like, I'm gonna ask the girl right now. And this time I changed it up. I wasn't gonna go with little notes and all that childish stuff. I decided this time, I'm gonna kick it up a notch. I'm gonna get a flower. Yeah, a rose, a red rose. It was nice too. I went to Walmart and got a little rose. And her and I actually were really good friends prior. When she first came, I was a really good friend to her. My sister and her sister were really good friends too. We got really close, and if she doesn't want to go with me as like a date or a girlfriend, we can just go as friends and we'll still have fun, I'll pay for her ticket, it would be a blast. And when I asked her, and when she said yes, and gave me a hug and went back, she left, I remember just standing there. I was so excited. And I said, God, I have a date. This is legit now. This is not like 7th grade or 6th grade now. This is 8th grade. This is a new year. This is a new me, right? I was so excited. Right? So I remember I told my dad, because I told my dad everything. I still do. Him and I still have a really great relationship. But back then, I was such a little daddy's boy that I would tell him every aspect of my day. Yeah, this girl looked at me today, or, oh, I did on this homework and this and this and this, and you sit there nights and listen to everything I have to say. So when I told him I had a date, oh my gosh, he was so excited. Then we went out for hamburgers afterwards too, because we were so excited. Ooh, actually, I hope you don't mind, but I'm just gonna take off my jacket if you don't mind. I'm so sorry. I kind of like moving my arms around and, yeah. Right, so 8th grade came, right? And I asked her to the banquet. She said yes, and this is so exciting. Because I told my dad, I'm going to get the color of her dress, and we're going to match it, because I'm going to get a nice suit, and it's going to look awesome, right? And he was like, all right, so that's going to be great, So I remember calling her on the phone. I didn't actually have her number, so I had to go through like 6 different people, like this to this to this to this to finally get her number. And when I did, she's like, who's this? I'm like, oh, it's Nick. And she didn't sound too excited, kind of like, oh, why are you calling me, kind of thing. I kind of thought she was going to be like, yeah, you're calling me about the baby, what are we going to wear? But I didn't pay too much attention to it. And I'm like, hey, so what color dress are you wearing so we can match? My dad wants to buy me on a suit and tie. I'm going to match. It's going to be so much fun. She's like, oh, I'm wearing maybe like red, black, white. I'm just like, so red, black, and white, that's what you're wearing? Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some blue in there. I'm like, I need a specific color here so I can match with you, And finally she said, I just don't bring anything. So I was just like, she doesn't want to match with me. I wonder why. I was like, but I didn't think too much of it. And as Elizabeth had said, Walker has a really great music program. We have choir, band, steel band. I was a part of choir and band. And 2 nights before the banquet, the night before the banquet, I'm sorry, that Saturday night, I remember we had a choir performance. And we were all there, and the girl actually was there too, right? Keep in mind, my dad had already gotten it nice, And we honestly didn't have the money for it then. My dad was like, Nick, this is such a special moment, we will make them do this right now. You are going to have fun that night. So, oh man, we sang in the choir, it was great. We all left afterwards. We're all in the foyer of our church. Remember, we're all sitting there, all sitting on the table, you know, I thought it was all cool because I had a date to the banquet, other guys didn't, you know, so I was excited. And the girl I asked, she was probably like, you know, that vicinity over there. I remember she came walking up to me. And I was with two of my other friends, I'm like, guys, look, here she comes. She's probably going to talk to me about the banquet, you know. So she comes up to me, she says, hey, Nick, can I talk to you in private? Guys, if a girl ever asks to talk to you in private, say yes. Because whatever she has to tell you, you do not want her to say it in front of all the other guys. I made that mistake. I said, look, you can just tell me now. She's like, Nick, are you sure? I'm like, in my mind, I thought she was going to talk about the banquet, so of course I wanted my guy friends to hear, you know? So I was like, tell me, go ahead. And I forget that. I was sitting there, a guy comes around me, she's like, I think you guys obviously know where this is going, but I'm saying. She's like, hey, Nick, you know, we're going together for the banquet, you know, just, I think you should go with someone else. And I was like, why? What the heck? We're going together. Why would I go with someone else? And she's like, well, then she straight up said, well, go with someone else. And I said, why? She's like, I'm going with this guy. And man, keep in mind, I'm this tall, this big. There's a guy who was this tall, this big, coming around him. I put her arm around her, kind of thing. Like, I'm not gonna say his name, but I swear he was huge compared to me. I promise. It was David and Goliath, essentially. That was me. So here comes Goliath, right, stealing my date from me. And I remember I just stood there. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, no way, this is not happening to me right now. 6th grade, I got my heart torn into pieces because I thought a girl had a crush on me. It was actually a bunch of mean girls putting a finger on me. 7th grade, this other cute girl said yes with a no, then yes, then no, then yes, then no. 8th grade, she said yes, and the day before the banquet, I bought her a nice little stuff. I told all my friends it was going to be the best night of my life. You know, I was actually talking to my dad about it because I liked her a lot. And I said, Dad, what if we become boyfriend and girlfriend after tonight? What if she gives me a kiss? What do I do? Do I kiss her on the cheek or over the lips? I don't know, you know? And he's like, whoa, calm down, man. You're 13 years old. You know, there's no need for this. You know, he said, take it slow. If she wants to go kiss you, give her a kiss. It's okay. I'm just like, all right. So I remember I was preparing. I'm ready. No, you know, please, I know a lot of you guys have done that too when you're, you know, that. I was so ready for that night, you have no idea. I got the best cologne, I was all, and honestly, the suit was a little big on me because I was rather small, so I kind of looked like a little kid in a big boy suit kind of thing, you know? So it made me look even younger, but in my mind, yeah, I look so snazzy, this is awesome. My dad was complimenting me, saying, oh, you look great. My mom was too, you know, it's gonna be awesome. And then she goes with someone else the night before. And get this, once again, I was part of student association, so guess who had to go to the banquet anyway? I did. And guess who sat at the same table with her and her new date? And, oh man. Remember in 6th grade how there were 2 girls who pulled that prank on me? The first one I asked at the banquet in 7th grade. Well, the second one, she attended that 8th grade banquet. She sat at the table with us. And remember, my best friends were sitting together, and then the girl I asked at her new date, and there was me. We were eating, and I was having a decent time, but I was still pretty bummed because I saw them laughing, giggling, and being all coupley and stuff, and I was kind of just there eating my spaghetti, you know? And I still, to this day, cannot believe this girl said this. She stands up and says, Nick, where's your date? And I'm just like, nah, you're not good for her. And I'm like, I try to whisper, what are you doing, you know, because I'm sitting down, she's super tall, I'm like begging her to stop me, you know, and she's like, oh, that's right, she's going with this guy instead, and pointed right to them, and no one defended me. I kind of just stood there, and I was hoping my friends, right, they backed me up like, hey, man, don't be mean, you know, what is wrong with you? Everyone just kept eating their spaghetti, those aren't spaghettis. No, they're just sitting there, and you'd assume your best friend, whether they're guys or girls, adults, younger, would stick up for you, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, yo, if someone did to my friend, in a heartbeat, I would stand up and be like, yo, no, back off, all right? Yo, he's having a great time by himself. You know, he's not in a bad place because he's with us. So I just stood there. I just sat there waiting, like, please, someone, come to my aid, please. I don't know what's going on. I made it maybe an hour into the evening where I couldn't take it anymore. The feeling of loneliness and abandonment, it's too much for my little 13-year-old chubby heart to take. So, I called my dad. And At this point, I'm not gonna lie, I was a crybaby. I kind of cried for everything, so I went outside to I had my little suit jacket in my hand, you know, 'cause even though it was cold, I'm like, you know, nah, I don't need this stuff, suit jacket, you know. Come on, Dad, come pick me up. He was like, oh, what happened? He's like, Dad, you know what happened. I told you already. You know? He's like, I don't know why you would ask that. I'm like, Dad, my dick dumped me the night before. Why are you asking what happened? So he came and picked me up. He's gonna see this video when I'm done, so I'm sorry that, but I don't know what took this guy so long. Literally, the recreational center we're having it was 5 minutes from my house. I was outside waiting for at least 20 minutes in the cold by myself. When he finally pulled up, I just wanted to be like, what took you so long? But I was too depressed and sad to even do that, you know. I forget, I was sitting there on the curb, and I started hoping maybe someone will, because everyone saw me. I didn't make a scene, but I kind of, you know, got up and shoved, you know, took my jacket and kind of left. I was hoping someone would follow me. I was hoping someone would go outside and check on me. I was hoping someone would send me a text. Are you okay? I didn't get a single text. Not a single person went outside. The next week at school, not a single person asked me if I was okay. At that moment, that was the third time in my life where I truly felt absolutely, entirely alone. And my faith in God has been shaky kind of all my life. There's been points where all I do is talk about God. Then there's been points where I couldn't care less about my relationship with God, you know. I remember during this time in my life, I had a great relationship with Him. I remember keeping the Sabbath was such a priority to me, not because the church said so, not because the Bible said so, but mostly because I felt that was my best way to develop a relationship with God. I couldn't care less if the church said, oh, you can't watch TV, so you can't do this. No, I chose to not do this and that, so I don't focus on what was important. So during this time period, I was questioning, I'm doing everything right. I'm going to church, I'm reading my Bible, my parents and I are doing worship before we go to sleep. We do worship and sing songs in the morning. I pray before every meal, I do this and that and this. I thought you'd have my back by now. And I felt so alone. I questioned so many things during this point in my life. And no, it gets worse. All these stories, it just escalates and escalates and escalates. 8th grade year finished, right? And at this point, I'm like, you know what? The reason why these girls don't like me is because I'm short and fat. I'm going to change this right now. So during that summer, I remember I told myself how to play basketball. Because basketball was the biggest sport I loved. And I didn't know basketball very much, but I'm like, no, I'm going to learn. So I started learning, right? Trying to dribble and trying to, you know, into the basket. The thing was, my basketball was pretty bad quality. So the backboard was kind of a hard plastic where you literally throw the ball as hard as you can, it'll bounce, and it's fall into the net. Yeah, but it's not like a normal basketball where like you bounce off the backboard, you know. So I remember I taught myself how to shoot and do layups and all this stuff off of this very bad backboard. 9th grade came, it was time for me to try for the basketball team. I'm like, you know what, this is it. Today's the day. And I showed up to the place, I remember I was so excited, you know, I'm gonna try for the basketball team, this will be so much fun. We were practicing in the gym. And it was a simple drill. Guys do layups. All the guys were doing it, this is my time to shine. I lost a little bit of weight from exercise, eating healthier. I got a little taller, so I felt I could dunk by this point, even though I was still for like this tall. I remember running down the court, so excited. Yeah, I got this. I go for my layup. The ball bounces so hard off of the backboard, it flies to like the half court line. I'll never forget that. I go, yeah! Boom! It bounced all the way back, you know. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll get the next one, you know. I was shooting and everything was the worst. And the next day we were having like through 9th through 12th grade at Walker, we had this big orientation week during the first week of school. So we played a lot of fun games, and one of them was doing a layup drill. So I failed completely at the basketball thing, right? But I thought, I'm gonna redeem myself in front of the whole school at this little event. So we were doing the same thing with the layups, right? I was so excited. I go, this is my time to shine. Let's go. I got this. And I forget, I was running down the middle of the court, and I got a new kind of slippery shoes. You know, the bottom wasn't very durable kind of thing, so you could literally kind of like slide everywhere on them, right? I was running as fast as I could, and there was literally the whole school was there, like around the gym, kind of, because everyone was going back and forth. I was running, and I forget, I was like looking at the basket, and as I know, I was just kind of like looking at the floor. I slipped and fell so hard, I felt like I broke something. I mean, it was a hard fall, and it wasn't one of those graceful kind of falls. It was like kind of fall, you know, really bad, you know. And like slam my hands against the ground, and my hair. I had really long moppy hair, like Justin Bieber kind of thing. My hair was flying everywhere, kind of thing. And my shit untucked, and I tried to recover, you know. I grabbed the ball, I was so disorientated, the hoop was under me, and I threw it up and it bounced back, you know, it was... Everyone started laughing. Every single person I did was just cracking up. I mean, if it wasn't me, I'd probably giggle a little bit too because it was really funny. But it wasn't me. And to say that really hurt was an understatement. I was like, dang, it's pretty humiliating, you know. I am now known as the guy who got rejected twice, who got fake love letters in like 6th grade, who can't make a single layup in basketball, you know. Ironically, my 10th grade year was pretty good. I didn't have a single bad thing. I actually got a girlfriend my 10th grade year. First time ever, it was awesome, you know. Back then, it was good. 11th grade year, still with the same girl. Awesome. 12th grade year was the last time I can honestly remember where I questioned who I was as an individual. At Walker, you develop friendships I can honestly say last a lifetime. Because you're with the same people day in and day out, 24/7, from pre-K until you graduate. So I was with the same people from 6th grade until 12th grade. So that's 6+ years with the same people. And I developed a very, very close friend whose name will still remain anonymous. But this individual, right? I truly thought this individual was my best friend in the entire world. You know, we related on so many aspects. I'll keep the gender anonymous as well to get put two together. But this person was absolutely everything I could want in a best friend. Until one day, I don't know what it was, but someone sent me the password to this person's Facebook. Hey, check this out. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? But curiosity killed the cat. I'm like, oh, might as well check it out. What's going on? I logged into his Facebook. And on the message notification thing, it had a bunch of notifications. I'm like, I'm ready this far. I want her to check, right? Check it. My best friend had been messaging someone else for honestly about 6 or 7 months. Pure hatred, filled conversations during the solid, straight up, forces want to punch me in the face. I want to kill him with it. Everything you can imagine that someone would say about another person to hurt them was said in those messages. And you know how I know 1 month back? Because I was up to because they were messaging back and forth. And the way Facebook Messenger works, if you're 2 people on the same account and you're like, in January, the messages, and we're in like April now, if they get a new message, it goes all the way back to the bottom. So I figured, I'm just going to wait till they're done. And this was Friday night, because I remember waking up for church the next morning. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning when they finally went to bed. And yeah, they say that. No, it was like 3 in the morning, I'm sorry. Like 3 in the morning one day, stopped messaging, and I finally was able to break through. Yeah. For about 6 or 7 months of pure hate. That's all they would talk about. Nothing else. It was like, hey, I was good today. Oh man, today's stupid face was there today. What the? Why would you say that? You know? And at first I thought it was a prank, and I really, really thought, I'm like, man, this is my senior year now. Honestly, I am much taller now. I'm not fat. I got decent at basketball. I have a girlfriend. I mean, I really thought I was good enough for these people, right? Because I hate to admit it, even until now, I tend to base my entire life, all my interests, everything I do, for the pleasure of others. And I'm really trying to work on that mess up, but it's just really hard when all you know in your life is to try to please others, and it kind of just backfires every single time, you know what I mean? Anyway, I started crying, because I won't say exactly what they said, because I want to say it's not appropriate for church, but I'll just let your imagination kind of just take the wheel for some of the stuff they said. But it was so profoundly terrible and very violent, some of the stuff they said, that I wasn't scared for my life because I part of me knew that none of this was really going to happen. But knowing your best friend, the one you confide in for all these years, has been secretly hating you for nearly 6 to 7 months. I could not believe it. I cannot believe it. And I remember I called my girlfriend up, and she answered. I don't know why she was up at 4 in the morning, but I didn't question it. I'm like, babe, I'm crying, you know, all this, all over the place. And, part of me is kind of hesitant to say this, especially publicly. Don't get scared, Mom or Gabby, but that night was the first, and I can honestly say only night I have ever questioned, I want to say taking my own life, because I didn't get that far. But I definitely questioned, why on earth am I alive right now? If I'm hated this much, maybe I should just go. those thoughts honestly entered my mind. I honestly had never tried anything extreme regarding suicide or anything like that, but that night, those thoughts were creeping and they were getting stronger and stronger. Because when you find out your best friend in the entire world, the one you tell everything to, the one you go to their house all the time, the one that you sleep over 24/7, right, has been talking behind your back with this other guy who everyone knows is a terrible person, constant hatred toward you, you kind of start wondering, if my best friend could do that, maybe everybody thinks this way. Maybe they're not the only ones. Maybe this person, maybe this person, maybe the whole school hates me. Maybe the only people who love me in this world are my parents, and for a senior guy in high school, that just isn't enough. So I remember laying there talking on the phone with her, my girlfriend, questioning my existence, my self-worth, who I was as an individual. And she kept telling me, it doesn't matter what those guys think, because I love you. And right now, it's awesome. It really helped a lot. But at the same time, I'm like, stop, that's not helping right now. That doesn't change the fact that this is real. I have to go to school with these people. I have to see their faces every day, knowing that they are saying such terrible things about me. And then I started wondering, how could anyone love such a leader? And I know it kind of sounds like I'm having a big pity party for myself, like, oh, it's all pity, you went through a rough time. That's not even close to what I'm trying to say today. What I'm trying to say today is when you question how could anyone love you, I say that Jesus loves the outcasts. He loves the ones that the world loves to hate. So let's sink in for a little bit, right? He loves the ones the world loves to hate. And let me tell you, people, I was hated by those two individuals who are so lost in their hatred towards me. I kind of failed to realize that God actually loves the hated. He loves the outcasts. He loves the people that the world kind of shoves and pushes to the corner. Am I right? I kind of failed to see that point in my life. That moment was a breaking point because, as the stories I just told you, there was a lot more. I were to tell you every single time I kind of questioned my value in life, we'd be here all day, and I'm pretty hungry, so I don't want to be here speaking all day, But 6th grade, thought these girls liked me. It was all a lie. 7th grade, banquet, yes, no. 8th grade, said yes, then said no the night before. 9th grade, made a fool of myself in front of the whole school, couldn't play basketball, couldn't do anything. 10th grade was chill. 11th grade, chill. Senior year was betrayed by the one person I thought was always on my back. And to say that scarred me is an understatement. Because I still to this day, I would say I have trust issues, but man, any little comment people make about me now, it hits so hard. Everyone in this congregation today can say, I spoke beautifully today. But that one person said, that was alright. I'd be like, wait, why was it only alright? What did I do wrong? Kind of thing. Not because, I grew up that way, just because that one moment made me question every person I come in contact, their integrity, their morale, their ethics, who they were as an individual, their genuineness, all of that came into question now because of all the things I went through. But I have a lot of favorite Bible verses. In the beginning when I said, Psalm 64:4 was my favorite. Isaiah 64:4 was my favorite Bible verse, and I kind of take that back. I had a lot. Psalms 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. When I was preparing for this sermon, man, I started tearing up a little bit, reading all these different Bible verses, these quotes, because how can we come to this earth, right, live our lives, and dare to think we're unloved? Knowing that there is a God who loves us so much. And I said that for myself. I personally think it is almost a disgrace to say, oh, I am unloved, when there is one person that's showing you more love than anyone's ever could. Romans 8:18, this is a verse that got my mom through a lot of rough times, during life. It says, the pain that you've been feeling cannot and will not compare to the joy that's coming. It doesn't matter what I went through as a little 7th grade, 8th grade, little high school student. No, it doesn't matter any of that. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the pain. All that matters is the joy. And that joy is going to be amazing. Psalm 62:6. Truly, He is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress, and I will not be shaken. That verse, it is just so incredibly empowering, that verse. I feel as if I can do anything almost. I can dive into the lion's den. I can walk through the ranks. I can do all these awesome things, right? All these Bible characters. And God will not let me be shaken. I saw this cool little post on Facebook. There was a little boy saying, God will always protect me. And I was like, oh, of course, kind of thing. So the boy's like, all right, I'm going to go play, right? The boy's playing with his little cars. And you see a little rock on his little pillow, like this big, hit him on the head. And he's like, God, why? You promised you'd protect me. This hurts. Why you don't love me? And then the next little picture shows God, huge, standing like this. Huge rocks hitting him. And you saw the little tiny people that passed him. He's like, oh, did I let one slip? Are you all right, my son? And the boy just stood there, and the last time he just stood there like, compared to what other people go through in our lives, I think the little problems we have are rather minuscule, right?
That's right.
Having a girl say yes and no at a banquet is kind of tiny considering they're starting kids on another side of the world, right? Seeing, maybe making a fool of myself in basketball, it kind of pales in comparison to people who are actually going through real suicidal thoughts. Maybe having a best friend betray me is nothing compared to having maybe a father abandoning his family. So I started putting things in perspective, right? I started saying, maybe my whole situation isn't that bad. Maybe I am actually loved. Maybe God does love me. Maybe I do have friends. Maybe I will find a girl. Maybe I won't keep getting rejected. I started really looking at things differently. I can honestly say, to this day, I'm much happier. Of course, I still go through little hardships here and there, but at the end of the day, I feel God's glory in me much more. I realize that God, He is fighting for us. He's pushing back the darkness and lighting up the kingdom that cannot and will not be shaken. Not once, guys, in our lives have we ever walked alone. Not once. I feel that God called me today to speak about this topic because it has been something that's been in the back of my mind a little bit, questioning, who I was, what am I doing with my life? I have a lot of friends who are pursuing acting as a career, pursuing this Hollywood stuff, and they're actually making it through. You'd assume only like 1% would ever make it through. Well, I think this guy's the 1%. I used to be making crazy money, here I am, busting my butt, going to school. I'm trying to get my degree. I graduated in about 8 months, but I still have a lot of school after that. I work at Chick-fil-A, so I love it there. It's not the easiest work, and the pay really isn't that great, but I'm trying my best. And going through all these hardships, right? Because the next semester, starting Monday, will be the hardest semester in my whole program, and to say it's going to kick my butt is an understatement. It's going to be very tough. So I'll kind of prepare myself mentally. And when I kind of worked on my class schedule, my work schedule, I realized I would be going to school from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. every day. Then working from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. every day. Other than Friday, of course. And when I realized I had little to no time for anything other than work and school, and I see my friends who are not even going to school and pursuing acting, and they're getting it, and they're going to get paid crazy money, I started getting very frustrated. I was like, what am I doing with my life? Who am I right now, kind of thing? What am I pursuing in this world? And a quote that I actually found on the way to church right now that my sister showed me that I want to use today is that life begins once Jesus becomes the reason you live it. So if Jesus isn't the reason you're living, then I promise you're living life completely wrong. And my dad told me that the whole Hollywood the whole Hollywood acting life, it may seem glamorous and awesome and wonderful and pay really well. But if you are not living for God, then you are not living. I'm not saying you need to become a pastor, a preacher, or preach to live for God. I'm saying make it your life's mission to live for Him. Carry yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk to people, the way you interact with people, what you do for people, that is living for Him. It's just so incredible. How many awesome things God does for us. We still question our self-worth. Still, I question my self-worth. Seeing how God does everything for us, I still question, man, who am I? And then it dawns on me that I am His. We are His. Guys, we have to tell ourselves every single day, just look up and be like, God, I'm yours. Let me be yours. If I am doing anything to stop myself from being yours, then don't take it away. Take it away, please, because nothing in this life is more important than being God's. There's that the young gentleman who got baptized today. He made the best and most important decision of his life right now, 9 years old. Yeah, we as adults, because I'm 20 now, so I consider myself an adult, struggle with what we choose to accept in this life. We choose money, we choose all these other careers and all this stuff over God. Once we put God first, everything else will follow. It might not be what we want, but what we want isn't important. It's what God wants. That's what's important. My dad told me before he had to sing at a different church. Like I said in the beginning, I was really late with this whole preaching thing. I kind of didn't tell my parents about this until like 2 weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, and my dad already planned to be singing like months in advance, so he honestly couldn't get out of it. One thing he told me today before he left, he said, "Son, have a calling." I'm just like, Dad, I don't feel like I'm picked to have a calling. I feel like that's a thing for the pastors and the preachers, I like to speak, but I'm not a pastor, I'm not a preacher. He said, "Son, if God is calling you to call these people up, then you better call them up." He said, "Call them up." And I'm just like, Dad, what do I do? Do I say, all right, if you love God, come to the center of the, like, what do I do awkward, like, what do I do? And he said, "Son, let the Holy Spirit guide you." So that's what I'm going to do today. If today is a day that you want God to be the center of your life, you want God to be the one you can look up to in every aspect of your life, then you can either stand up, you can keep sitting, you can kneel down, you can come to the front, you can do honestly whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, everyone's relationship with God is individual, right? If God is calling you to stand up right now, then go ahead. If God is calling you to kneel down, then go ahead. If God is calling you to come up here, then come up here.
No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be than here in your life, here in your life. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be than here in your life, here in your life. Set a fire down in my soul. Can't contain, I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul. I can't contain, I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God.
I changed my mind. Come up front, please. Just come up front, please. I know I said you can stand there. Fine, you can. If you really want to come up, please just come up. Let us be together right now in God's glory. In God's presence, let us just be together right now. As I just say this prayer before we all go and have lunch and enjoy our Sabbath. Just come up. If you want to make God the center of your life, right? If you are questioning your self-worth, if you're saying, man, who am I? Who am I in this life? Am I anything? If no one loves me, I'm going nowhere in my job and school and my relationship is stable. If you are feeling away, come on. It's so simple. You can obviously see from my experience. I went through some pretty crummy things, but I'm still here. I'm still fine. Maybe your situation is much worse. That's okay. That's okay because God is sovereign and He is there for all of us. Let us close our eyes and together in unison pray to our Father God. Today I declare that I will become what I believe. That no weapon formed against me will ever prosper. Lord, fill my life with love, with joy, with peace, and with fulfillment. Bless me so I can be a blessing to others. You are my everything, and I will adore you and only you, God. Lord, I ask that you enlighten what is dark in me. Strengthen what is weak in me. Mend what is broken in me. Bind what is bruised in me. And heal what is sick in me. Revive whatever peace and love that has died in me. For with you I am contented. I am broken, but I am running towards you, God. I am ever changing, but being transformed by your presence and your glory. The sky could fall, the ground could shake, the stars could burn out, the seasons change, time will fluctuate, but God, your love will always remain. For you, I am complete. I am blessed. I am chosen. I am accepted. I am redeemed. I am cherished. I am loved. I